do we want to jump over to Halo Infinite? I figure I pulled that off of the Gamescom lineup just to go over this separately because there's a release date, there's a system, and there's a controller all wrapped in one here. So the game, it's coming out December 8th, and that's the campaign and the multiplayer combined. And that is, I think, like the last possible minute for this game to release this year. Like it is like all the way up against the back of the calendar there on December 8th. And that's also that's a Wednesday. Oh, that's weird.
Does that pass the cutoff for the Keeley Awards?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that too, because this will not be part of the Game Awards this year.
Well, that depends on when review code goes up. If reviewers have access prior to the cutoff, then they can nominate.
So what happened with Death Stranding was there was a very concerted effort at Sony to ensure that even though the game was coming out after the cutoff, to make sure that reviewers got a bunch of codes so they can nominate it. And lo and behold, that game got nominated for Game of the Year. I am expecting not the same thing to happen. I don't think they care about the Game Awards all that much. And really, they shouldn't. They should just like get the game ready and get it out when it's ready.
Yeah, December 8th, though, Wednesday. Although Psychonauts 2 came out on a Wednesday.
What's weird?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. That's this whole thing. It doesn't matter anymore. Like it can come out in December, it doesn't matter. It can come out on a Wednesday, it doesn't matter because it's most people are going to get it on Game Pass and they're just going to show up one day and it's going to be on their system and just download it. Or what's going to happen is most people are going to open up an Xbox on Christmas Day and download it that day, and it's going to have like huge download numbers on Christmas Day. It's going to be successful on that front.
Christmas noobs.
Yeah,
I love Christmas noobs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm a little disappointed that's coming out so far away from. Like I was hoping it'd be like closer.
That means we're gonna get another couple flights.
We are. So the next flight I heard we were gonna see would have to do with Big Team Battle, is what they were talking about.
Yeah,
I like the sound of that because that's when everything goes wrong. So. Like that should be like ridiculous.
Yeah, that'll be
Big Team Battle. I do wonder if it's going to be 8-on-8 or if they're going to go up from there, like 12-on-12 or something. So I don't know what the max number is in this game for players. If it is like a 24-player firefight, but
that'd be kind of crazy. They'd have to make the maps really big.
Yeah, that could be fun though with a bunch of vehicles and all that. That could be a good time. 24 player.
To Scotty Pippen it up on a bigger map.
Hey, you're very good at that, Nate. We can't all be Jordan on the team.
No, I don't understand these references. Are you talking about like John Starks and Patrick Ewing? No, John Starks, the assist man, Patrick Ewing, the monster,
you were playing Halo Infinite with us. So every time John and I were playing online and Max was in one of the matches,
I didn't get invited.
I'd be lighting up the enemy bots, and then all of a sudden Max would show up with like a rocket launcher and kill 3 of them, and I would just pop up with 3 assists. So I'd finish a match like 9 kills. 15 assists and 2 deaths. So I was just out there, Scotty Pipping, throwing up alley-oops to John's Jordan and Max's Dennis Rodman. So on the scoreboard, it looks like I didn't do anything, but I was a key player and vital to the victory.
Kimba Walker, Julius Randle. That was just
Randle.
Did you guys know? Did you guys know that?
I'm sorry, he was in the MVP conversations.
Did you guys know that Scottie Pippen dunked on Patrick Ewing a number of times, and also Michael Jordan dunked on Patrick Ewing too,
and vice versa. Like it was one of the greatest battles in NBA history. But you weren't watching,
John. What's the next
I'm
topic?
a Pistons fan, so we can talk about Bill Lambier if you guys want. I'll be
Also, I mean, we also had a console. It's the first, I guess, themed console we have for this generation now, it being a Halo Edition Series X. It's already on eBay for over $1,000 now. So
I just bought one.
Why is the MSRP $50 more? I didn't understand that.
Trying to figure because I was like, are they putting a voucher in there for the campaign part of it, the DLC that it shows up for on Steam, or is it's just themed, so they're charging more because of that?
I think they're doing it because they can. I think it's the same thing with the OLED Switch. It is. Man, I mean, it's the same thing with like the new Radeon card, the 6600 GT or XT, whatever it is. A good graphics card. It's a good graphics card. Like if you look at it at MSRP though, it looks like, wow, this is actually, you're not getting that much for your money. But in this reality where everything costs so much more, if you go in the secondhand market, they can charge more. So they're going to charge $50 more for these themed things going forward, I think, and that they're just going to get away with it.
These systems are already selling for a lot more on eBay anyway, so they're like, we'll go to $550, whatever.
Well, we get that money. We should get that money instead of someone else. Like that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
According to the chat, it comes with the game.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, you get a code
So I can see that offsetting.
Yeah, why wouldn't they put in like Game Pass for like a year in there instead? Then you get Halo and you get all the other games.
That would actually be nice, but they want you to sign up and pay for.
Yeah, they want you to pay
for a year.
People already be cheating Game Pass anyway, so they're not just gonna start.
Yeah, you get it with like Snickers bars and all kinds. of stuff.
They're not just gonna start handing it away because there's already all sorts of workarounds and stuff to do to get Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna buy Halo Infinite because I'm a big Halo fan. I'd like to have the copy of it.
I'm gonna buy
to collect it.
Maybe the Steelbook Collector's Edition this time will actually have a disc in it.
I saw the Steelbook, so I might just grab that one. I missed the day when we had like the helmet, the Halo 3 Special Edition helmet. That was cool at the time.
That was cool
when they did that. But okay, so we got the system. We got a controller. MVG, you're on that controller.
Yeah, man, that looks really, really cool.
It's the Elite, it's a Elite Series 2, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't have the share button, unfortunately.
It's a throwback to that 360 Halo edition. They had the Halo 3 edition. It's got that same vibe about it. So
I liked it when I saw it. That's exactly what I thought of because it has kind of like the bronze orange D-pad spot.
I can't understand people spending $200 on a controller. That'll think of how long it took to convince me of this. You know what I'm saying?
It took a long time. It did. It took a long time to get you that Pro controller, even though it significantly made your playing experience better.
Oh yeah, I only use it now. Yeah. But still, like I don't understand what a $200 controller is going to do different. Is it going to cook me food? Is it going to give me pep talks and tell me I'm beautiful and having a good day? Like I don't get it.
It has the macro buttons on the back, which does help with Halo.
I just think it looks cool, and I want the controller.
Oh no, that's fine. I just whatever.
It's pretty straightforward. It's like if someone bought like a $100-some-odd jersey and then wore it on a podcast
every week.
Well, soon
and a flat bill hat.
My Kimba jersey's coming in soon.
I'm excited for that.
This is like 120.
Where's the Sonic Ice?
That's right here.
Yeah, but the Sonic Ice had
like $75 on that.
That makes sense.
No, it was $110.
How did you justify $110 for that?
Because it's a tax write-off because I wore it in a video.
I was going to buy a Kimball Walker. Like, what is Kimball?
Wouldn't the controller be a tax write-off?
Yeah, couldn't you hold the controller in a video and say, I'm playing Halo?
Yeah, but I'm not going to. Okay. Bronx legend, Connecticut legend from UConn, which is my college team. And then he went to the Hornets, which I lived in North Carolina, so I saw him play live many times.
I'm not a Kimball Walker. I'm sorry, I can't.
I don't get the references.
Oh man.
Sports.
Okay. The other thing is we haven't seen any campaign footage for Halo Infinite since that. Whatever they said it was last year. They haven't shown it though. I thought they were going to show it there, and they just kind of walked off stage.
Joseph Stetton did mention somewhere that they weren't going to show it for quite some time still. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be worried, but
I'm worried.
But they did say they weren't going to show it.
Oh, no, MVG said he's worried. No, MVG's been right this whole time. So I'm concerned now.
I don't know. It just doesn't... Something feels off to me about the campaign stuff. And I think they're trying to ship at the last possible time this year to basically get the campaign as polished as they can. And my biggest worry about this is, and I did tweet that the game should be delayed, right? But my biggest worry about this is the human side, which we always seem to forget about when these things happen. And that is, there's going to be, if the campaign comes out on December 8 and it's not good, it's in a real bad place, it needs to be patched. It's going to need to be patched immediately. And that means that potentially, and I don't speak for 343, I don't know what their schedule will be, but there may be a situation where they have to work over the holidays to get this stuff done. We saw it with Cyberpunk, last year. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully the campaign is in a good place, and they are holding it back so they don't want spoilers and things like that. And hopefully that's what comes out of this. But I am worried that there is no campaign footage yet.
I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because we're still, granted, it's almost September, but if this game isn't releasing till December 5th, I think it's more along the lines of they don't want spoilers and stuff out there. Now, if, we're in the second week of October, then yeah, things definitely look spooky. But I think Microsoft will show something in September from the campaign, and then it'll just be water under the bridge.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
it is interesting. Like, they really want this campaign out this year when I mean, realistically, they probably wouldn't have to put it out there this year. They could run a quote unquote beta for the multiplayer for like 6 months and then be like, oh, yep, now the campaign's coming out with co-op and Forge and all that all at once. It'll be this big release on the Game Pass and a disc in the stores and everything. I feel like 80% of Halo fans would be okay getting a multiplayer beta for the next few months as they worked on campaign just to get it out after the holidays in 2022. It's just such a late release that it feels like they are like up against it, like you're saying, MVG, for December 8th. Usually games don't fall into December like that. So also it's the day after Dying Light 2. That's messed up.
Is that game still
Dying Light 2?
Is that game still are they going to delay that, or is that game
Nah,
still
they seem
I think
pretty...
that's actually gonna make it.
Yeah.
They've sent me a bunch of like PR things like in the mail, where it's like, hey, we're gonna have something to talk about on this day, and it's like, oh, you must be certain if you are like physically sending me postcards about
They just
this
ran
stuff.
a trailer at Gamescom again with Microsoft, like for Dying Light 2. That's hot, like December 7th. So, I mean, I'm surprised too. I thought when I hear December like release date, like months ago, I start to think, okay, that's like in a good spot where they could just be like, you know what, it's coming out 3 months later. It's going to be in February or something like that. I think they're trying to get it out. So there you go. But yeah,
I do just want to see it. I don't know what this game is. Like, what are they changing? What is this Halo Infinite? Like, is the campaign like Far Cry? Are they going for something even more ambitious than that? I'm kind of lost at this point. I just want to see it, and then I'll judge. I'm with RGT in terms of benefit of the doubt, at least for another few months.
He's explained it a few times. Joe Staten has where he's trying to describe it as best he can, but it's weird because in Halo you're used to having just these basically levels. You just go through a level and like that's it, right?
It's not that though.
No, it's a semi-open world that he's trying to describe, and it's difficult for everyone to picture.
Well, I mean, they showed like the one clip of the campaign they showed from this E3 was that brief helicopter shot over what looks like that open world, and it's like you can begin to imagine like possibilities in there, like, and I'm like kind of almost getting my hopes up at this point where I'm like, hey, maybe they're gonna throw a Breath of the Wild Halos at us, where it's like it is something so fresh and new that it feels like a really incredible experience, but like we haven't seen anything, so I'm definitely just kind of setting myself up for disappointment there. But the
campaign has to be a $60 campaign because the multiplayer is free.
Yeah. Yes.
So the campaign has to stand on its own, and I mean, Halo's always had the benefit of having multiplayer with it. So and now we hear about the multiplayer. Apparently, you don't get experience just from playing the matches. You have to do challenges.
Yeah.
No, is anyone like that? Like, even I'm like, why?
Like the Skinner box works. Just always do the Skinner box. It really does.
Just I heard about that. So what's going on? Like the XP's tied not to like match, like when you get XP for matches, now it's like tied to like.
When we played in the flight, you would get challenges, right? And sometimes you would run out. Like I ran out of challenges in the flight, but they said that was a glitch and it's not supposed to. But you get challenges, and it'll just tell you random things. And a lot of times, from what I was seeing, it's like kill 20 people or something in Team Slayer, and that's pretty straightforward. You're gonna do that anyway. And then you get the challenge completes, and then you get a lump of experience, or you get you have one challenge done out of 5 to get to the next level or something like that. The concern is you're going to start getting challenges that are like, okay, get 5 headshots with a sniper rifle, or get 5 kills with a
kill
needler.
3 people by running them over with a vehicle.
Yeah, and you're like, that's not my play style. I don't want to do that. Now, in the flight, you could basically just get rid of a challenge and pick the next one, but then everyone would just keep doing that over and over until they get to kill 20 people in Slayer, or something like that. So it seems weird because in Master Chief Collection, you win a match and you get some experience, and a little bar starts to fill up, and that's it. And then you get currency. Yeah, you get currency, and then you use that for cosmetics. That's it. So I don't really know why they're going this. No one really wants them to go this route. So the one thing about 343, though, based on what they did with Master Chief Collection, they might actually change this if enough people tell them they want it changed.
Yeah.
So that's my hope.
I don't think this is long for this world. I think they'll launch with this probably, and then a few months later they'll have XP.
If they like the system, they can just do the basic XP after mission, and then you get boosted XP for achieving the goals anyway. I mean, that's really the best way to go about it.
Yeah, because like the levels that they have in Master Chief Collection, when you fill up a bar, doesn't really matter that much. You just get these little symbols that keep changing, and they give you currency, and you buy stuff with, and that's it. And I feel like that's better for people anyway, because they feel like they're doing something, they're leveling up, when it really doesn't matter that much. It's just weird that they are going in this different direction when like the old way just works. So I don't know. It's strange. But December 8th, I guess we're all gonna be playing Halo Infinite. So hopefully it releases all right. specifically the campaign, because multiplayer seems good. We'll have already played that probably 3 or 4 times by then. Sean, you gotta get signed up
For what?
Halo
The
Infinite.
beta?
Yeah.
How do I get? I'll DM Jeff. I'll be like, look, fucker, give me some Halo hookups.
It's easy. You just go to the site and you sign up.
Yeah.
I still haven't done it
It
yet.
takes a couple minutes. Yeah, it's easy. They just let you in, and then everyone can play.
All right, I gotta do it. I gotta remember.
Cool. Yeah, you guys all gotta do it. It was fun. We had some fun with it. Me, Nate, and Max. It was a good time.
It's not PC, right? I can play it on my console.
They're gonna ask
play it
you.
on Xbox.
They're gonna
You
ask
want-
you
yeah.
which one you
Better
want to
be
sign
able
up
to.
for.
You get
So
to
depending
choose.
on what
You
the
get to
flight
choose.
happens, they'll give you the
Yep.
key.
I
for
played
it.
it on my PC and I played it on my Xbox. I got into both.
Okay.
What'd you like more?
The Xbox.
Why?
It ran better on the Xbox. PC had some weird issues with drivers and stuff to where it felt like I was underwater, but then on like the Xbox, it just gave me 120 frames. So it was just a bit easier to set up. And that's beta. It'll probably be much better when the full release comes out and they have all their driver stuff figured out with NVIDIA. And AMD.
Yeah, there was no optimization really done on that build, so yeah, not indicative.
Yeah.